What's up guys, it is a T-Ball and I am back with another video. Before I start, if you guys hit that like button and subscribe for more NBA, Brooklyn Nets, and Jeremy Lin videos. Your support is greatly appreciated as we are trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year, so if you're not subbed, be sure to hit that sub button as your support is greatly appreciated. So today I'm going to be going over Jeremy Lin and the Brooklyn Nets loss to the Boston Celtics. They lost by a score of 98-95 in Brooklyn. And some key box score stats: Jeremy Lin with 10 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, and 1 block. He had 3 turnovers, 3 personal fouls in 21 minutes of playing time. His plus minus was a +4. He shot 3-6 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3-point range, and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Brook Lopez with 23 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. Quincy Acey off the bench with 10 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 steal. For the Celtics, Jay Crowder with 24 points and 12 rebounds. He played very well today. Al Horford with 14 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists. Marcus Smart with 12 points and 5 assists. He shot only 3 of 14 from the field. And a lot of that was due to Smart just being a poor offensive player in general, and Lin played some tremendous defense on Smart as well throughout the game. Avery Bradley with 16 points and 5 rebounds as well for the Boston Celtics. So, a quick recap: the Nets and Celtics were ice cold in the first half. This was mainly because of sloppy play, missed open shots, and at the end of the first half, the Celtics led by a score of 45-37. Things picked up in the second half. The Nets starters actually took the lead in the third quarter with about, I want to say, 7 to 8 minutes left in the game. The bench lost the lead later in the third quarter when they came in. They eventually got it back in the fourth quarter. The Nets bench actually hit 3 straight threes to start the fourth, took a 1-point lead, but then they eventually lost it. And once the Nets starters came in, it was very back and forth until the Celtics starters kind of pulled away after a Jay Crowder 2-1, and by that point, Lin was still not in the game. I'm going to get into that later. And being down 6 is kind of hard to do with only 2 minutes left, as you got to get, defensive stops, have good offensive possessions, and the Nets just couldn't, get the complete package today. So, the Nets played the foul the foul game in late in the fourth quarter as they tried to bring their way back and cut it into only a 1-possession game, which they were successful in doing so after Avery Bradley hit only 1 of 2 free throws. And with the Nets being down 3, the Nets had a timeout, and Kenny decided to draw up a very bad play on a Lopez contested 3-pointer, which Lopez tried it. It was actually online, but it was still a terrible shot. Clanked off the side of the not backboard, the all the way at the end of the hoop, if that makes sense. And Lin actually got the offensive rebound of all people, and he gave it to AC for the 3. And AC's 3 was also online, but it was no good, and the Nets took the L today. So, oh, by the way, sorry if I sound a little congested because I'm a little sick. So sorry about that. But I was very upset with Kenny this game because, first of all, Lin did not come into the game until 2:55 left in the fourth quarter, which was just ridiculous. He actually came to the scorer's table with about 6 minutes left, and he waited for over 3 minutes while the Nets deficit went up. They went from being down like 1 or 2, and then once Lin finally came back, they were down 6. So I think Kenny should have definitely called a timeout. Maybe tell one of his players to take a foul so Lin can come back in for Dinwiddie or someone like that. And Kenny didn't do that, so this is really on Kenny for not bringing in Lin earlier in the fourth quarter. And if Kenny did so, there probably would have been a different result. Also, Kenny should have ran a play for Lin at the end of the game, with the Nets being down 3 and knowing Lin's quote unquote clutch gene, and just from the previous games where Lin, we saw the Memphis Grizzlies game where Lin just took over in the fourth quarter, the Pacers game earlier in the season, and so forth and so many other games. Not even just with the Nets, but in Lin's career. So this Lin's clutchness isn't really a fluke, but it's more, it's just Lin. He's just always great in big time moments, and I definitely think Kenny should have ran a play for Lin. Maybe I think a good play would have been for what Kenny did for Lin in the Atlanta game and in the Philadelphia game with the Nets being down 4 to the Hawks. Um, Lin Lin gets a pick from Lopez. He fakes a drive to the rim, but then he circles around the pick for the corner three. And Lin hit it in the Philly game and in the Hawks game on the same exact play. So I definitely think the Nets should have done a play for Lin, something around, something like that, as Lin was 2 out of 2 from that play. So it kind of is what it is. And also, Lin just hit a mid-range jumper with 15 seconds left to allow the Nets to keep playing the foul game. So Lin was on, and it's unfortunate that Kenny was very pretty stupid in this the last minute or so, or just in general in the fourth quarter. But he is a rookie head coach, and hopefully he will learn from his mistakes. So for Jeremy Lin, he played pretty well tonight. He played only 21 minutes, but he did fill up the stat sheet with 10 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists. He had nice dimes. He also got 7 rebounds against a weak rebounding Celtics team, so good on Lin to exploit their weakness. And what kind of threw me off a little bit was Lin in the first quarter was very passive. He took 0 shots actually, and he had 2 assists, and I want to say he had 2 turnovers in the first quarter. So Lin trying to play a distributor in to start the game, I think should not happen at all. I think Lin should actually try to attack the basket, score in the first quarter, as that will open up his passing game later on in the game. And with Lin being passive, it kind of doesn't really set a tone for him on offense, as he'll probably get it going much later in the game instead of in the beginning of the game. So, but Lin, in general, for the past couple games, he has been taking a good amount of shots. I want to say he took 14 against, no, he took 16 against the Knicks. So, yeah, he's been pretty aggressive in his shots, but just today, only 6 shots. Definitely got to be more than that, especially on this Nets team. He should be taking 14 plus shots a game. So, also, Lin only played 21 minutes, as I stated before. He probably is still on a minutes restriction. I feel like the Nets are trying to, or what the Kenny's rotation is basically bringing Lin in at the 6-minute mark or taking him out at the 6-minute mark. But with the whole fourth quarter issue, as I said before, Lin only played 21 minutes, and Lin played 90, not 90, what am I saying, 30 minutes against the Knicks in the last game, which was yesterday's game, and only 21 minutes tonight. So maybe the lack of minutes in tonight's game was due to this game being a back-to-back, and the Nets won't have to play another game until Sunday. So that's basically a wrap for this game. It was very frustrating seeing Lin only play 21 minutes, and Kenny's very, what's the word? Very, he's just a novice, if that's the word, as being a head coach, and hopefully he will learn from his mistakes. The Nets will play Sunday, as I said before. It will start 11:30 a.m. I think, and that's very early, especially very early for me. They're playing at home against the Dallas Mavericks, so a good opportunity for the Nets to get another win against a mediocre Dallas Mavericks team. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy this recap and analysis video. If you guys did, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more NBA, Brooklyn Nets, and Jeremy Lin videos, as your support is greatly appreciated, as we are still trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. So if you're not subbed, be sure to hit that sub button. Once again, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys soon. Peace.